10 years since its launch, the Volkswagen Polo still remains relevant if driving dynamics matter above all else. The latest iteration of the Polo in India gets a 1-litre TSI engine that has been a big hit for Volkswagen worldwide. It won the International Engine of the Year in 2018. Can it strike a balance between fun and efficiency? Let's find out. Downsizing is becoming increasingly popular in the current automotive world. With little to no gap between the prices of petrol and diesel, many car manufacturers are introducing small, turbocharged downsized petrol engines. And for 2020, the Volkswagen Polo gets one such engine. It promises to be fun and frugal in equal measure, and we are here to test that claim. Now remember, the Polo has been through its facelift and several updates, so the biggest change now is really just the engine. It is a 3-cylinder unit and displaces 999cc. The engine pumps out 108.6 horses between 5000 and 5500 rpm. And the peak torque is rated at 175 Newton meters, which starts coming in at a low 1750 rpm and is on offer till the revs reach 4000 rpm. The Polo also comes with a 6-speed torque converter automatic variant. Unfortunately, the famed DSG dual clutch gearbox is no longer an option. It's a pity, since I think it would have made for a rather delicious combo with this engine. Volkswagen claims that the manual will run 18.24 kilometers on a litre of petrol. Although there is no one who really buys a Polo for its efficiency. The Polo now gets an award-winning engine under the hood. So before we spoke about anything else, we had to drive the car, check the engine out. Now let's talk about things that we didn't quite like. For example, there's this tiniest lack of refinement because this is a 3-cylinder engine and not a 4-cylinder one. And apart from that, there's this typical turbo lag at low revs. So if you're driving this car in the city on traffic-laden roads, it could be a killjoy, but it's not overwhelming. But as you go past 2500 rpm, the engine breaks into a song. The performance is delightful and there's this delicious swig of turbo torque which propels the car to triple-digit speeds like in a jiffy. The 6-speed manual gearbox on the Polo 1-litre TSI isn't as seamless as the DSG unit, and in-gear acceleration it feels a little flat, although the gearbox itself feels quite precise. And apart from that, you feel certain vibrations on the accelerator pedal when you're like absolutely mashing the throttle. But on the brighter side, the Polo continues to be the best handling car in its segment. Go through a corner and you'll feel the Polo holding its line. The steering itself has minimal slack and weighs up beautifully when you're accelerating, when you increase your speed. I also like the fact that the Polo offers a pliant ride even with a taut suspension. Bumps and potholes are squared away nonchalantly, and the car keeps its composure through corners. The brakes have a good bite, and Goodyear tires offer good grip when tackling those high-speed corners. On high-speed highway runs, the way Polo sticks to the tarmac is something else. The Polo got a design update last year and it stays the same as before. clean, simple lines, new GTI type graphics, and a small integrated roof spoiler. The rear and the front bumper that looks similar to the Polo GTI add a sense of sportiness to the car. The Polo always had a design that aged well, and it shows on this model. The Polo stays a handsome car, but maybe Volkswagen should have at least added daytime running lights, since most cars have them as an option in this segment now. The cabin of the Polo is more or less similar to basic, not too cluttered, and really well built. That old no-nonsense all-black color scheme is also all too familiar, but dated. The leather-wrapped steering wheel feels lovely to hold though. In terms of features, the car gets a 6.5-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and is easy to use. With decent responsiveness, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the telescopic adjust on the steering wheel is adjustable for reach and rake. Overall, the quality of materials used inside the cabin remains one of the best in the segment. Rear knee room though remains one of the worst. The Polo continues to be one of those cars where the buying decision is from the heart and not from the head. Yes, space is at a premium, the rear feels cramped, and this one it gets a lot less features compared to its rivals. But then as far as sheer driving pleasure is concerned, the Polo continues to be the benchmark in its segment. And with a starting price of 7,89,000 rupees, it is par for the course compared to its chief rivals, the top spec Swift, which is priced at 7,58,000 rupees, and the Hyundai Grand i10 Neos, which is priced at 7,97,000 rupees. This one has aged gracefully and continues to put a smile on our faces.